Hello everybody and welcome to the second development diary for Bomb Shelter's new game, Ballistick. I'm Bennett Tyler and I'm the art director at Bomb Shelter Games, and I'm going to be taking you through this development diary where we're going to talk a little bit about the artwork in Ballistick. Ballistick's a 2D game, so we're using a 2D program to animate it. I use Flash because it's the animation program I'm most familiar with, because I'm not formally trained as an animator. Also, it works really well with the art style we're trying to get, which is that Newgroundsy, stickdeath.com-y feeling of like those early Flash videos. So it seemed like a logical choice to just keep plugging away with Flash. Owen explained one of the really cool things about Ballistick in the previous development diary. He talked about our reload mechanic and how it's a little bit different than something you're used to. The reload mechanic is really cool, but it creates an interesting conundrum for us from an animation standpoint. You can be at any point in the reload at any time in your movement cycle, so it's important that the arms be separate so that they can move independently. As you can see here, without the body, we animate the arms separately and I supply them to Owen separately so that they can be attached to the body in Unity rather than in Flash when we make the animation. That allows us to use multiple different weapons with the same body animations without having to worry about recycling. As you can see, this one very similar, no body here. The head is there for reference, but when we deliver them, we look at a little more like this. The other interesting thing about our reload mechanic is you can pause and stop in the middle of a reload at any point. Sometimes when you're reloading your gun, you need to take a second to pick your correct mag before you put it back in, so you might be stopped at this point in time, and you might want to fire your gun from this point in time. And in order to allow the player to do that, we have to take an interesting approach to the way our frames are distributed. So when Owen gets the sprite sheets to work into Unity, he also gets an animation cheat sheet to help him lay the sprite sheets out. So as you can see, this one corresponds with the M9 that we're looking at right now. Fire, we're going to have to memorize this because it's going to disappear as soon as I click back into Flash, goes 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1. So if we look at that animation on this in the M9 frames file, frame 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. And there we have an animation. So, and he gets a cheat sheet for every single reload animation we do, as well as some of the other weapons that you interact with. For example, the grenade. So the grenade is animated in a very similar way that the reload animation is made, because you can throw a grenade from any point at any time. So as you can see right now, you can't really see, they're two stick arms, I have to tell you, because they're hard to sort of make out as they are right now. But as you can see, when they pull a grenade out and throw the grenade, they become a little bit more believable. So here we have a couple different animations, versions of the animation with the spoon still in and the spoon still out, because those are both still options. As you can see, you'll be pulling the pin out yourself and then throwing the grenade. So we're going to get to this guy right here in a second. So one of the things that's missing in all of these animations is the body of the stick figure. And the body, outside of cover, is animated completely separately and independently from the arms. As you can see here, we have a jump animation followed by a walk animation. There's the jump, the walk, and the damage. So, very, very simple amount and very, very few just figure animations, as you can see, 16 in total, rather than having hundreds to deal with all of the different arm animations that are possible. The disembodied arms animation style is limited only to walking animations, though. In cover, it's a lot more controlled, and therefore we animate the entire sequence with the entire character present. As you can see here, we're in the middle of an M4 reload animation. However, the rest of the animations work very similarly to the arm reload animations. As you can see here, the count up, these are the number of frames. We have some duplicates already, 4, 2, and 5 that we saw up here the first time. Some of the animations, they use repeat frames. So we dissect those out and we would supply the sheet the same way. Blind fire is done the same way. We take each frame, we eliminate the duplicates, and we just apply what's necessary to allow the character to do all the things that they're going to do when the character uses them. We use blind fire from every angle, and as you can see, the body remains present. Sort of like the cover reloads and cover blind fire animations, the death animations are also a lot more controlled. So we have the arms attached to the body when a player dies. It would be very difficult to have the arms follow the body if they weren't attached, so we just reattach them. What we do when this happens is we destroy the two objects that carried the arms and the body animation, and we just introduce this animation without a hitbox or anything, so we can just get shot, spray some blood, and flop to the ground. In the end game, a lot of these animations are going to be flushed out a lot better. We're going to have a little, a few more frames in between here and there, so it's a little less jumpy, a little less jolty. You're going to have a lot more death animations. And one of the most memorable things about those old Flash videos was the over-the-top blood and violence in them, and we're really going to pay homage to that with this game. That's why you can see these giant blood splatters coming out of our characters, or these very violent deaths that you could experience in the game. Right now, there's only one for each way that a character can die: in cover low, in high cover, or standing from behind. But as the game goes on through development, we're going to be adding a lot of these animations. Each way to die is going to have 5 or more animations to them, so you get to really experience all these different blood splatters and just over-the-top, gravity-defying gunshot deaths. It's going to be a lot of fun, just some ridiculous over-the-top craziness, just like the Flash videos used to be. That about covers it for the animation portion of the game so far, and that's going to be it for this development diary. There's a lot more that goes into the artwork of the game. There's a lot of environmental art and a lot of extra just odds and ends here and there, the menus and whatnot, but we'll get into some of that stuff later. As it develops, we have a lot of work to do for our environments, but we're gonna get there, and it's gonna be pretty cool. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our IndieDB page and our Facebook page and our Twitter account. I'm sure that all of that information is going to be in the description below. So yeah, check us out. Like, rate, subscribe. Isn't that what they say at the end of YouTube videos and things like that? I don't know. But keep an eye out for us. We think this one's going to be pretty good.